Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about chemical free your body. So the basic thing is eat clean food, eat natural food. And the important thing is use the natural product. The natural are quite simple and they are very nourishing. So get rid of a lot of chemicals from environment is one of the best thing we can do for ourselves. So I would like just briefly introduce what we should use on our body and face and a lot of things. First thing, for both women and men, if you use toner, just use the simplest hydrosol. Um, if you like to lock the water or have more nourishment, use the basic oils. And wash your hair and body with natural product. I use this brand, but the most important thing is not brand. It's not the name of the product. It's the ingredients. Read the ingredients through. Make sure there's no harsh chemicals. Basically, if you come across to a name you don't understand, typically that's the synthetic ones or some chemical structures. Um, anyway, read through the ingredients, and a lot of product they will claim they're natural, and when you read ingredients you'll find a lot of those tricky names, and sometimes you'll find there's a very tiny sentence right 100% active ingredients. So this is the trickiest thing happens a lot in our environment, but basically use the product, the simple the ingredients are, the better they are, the natural they are. And I use handmade soaps I made myself. So like this soap, I use it as laundry soap. I use organic coconut oil and sunflower oil to make it. And this one I use the tamanu oil and hemp seed oil, which is very nourishing and it's very good for the eczema, prone skin and problematic skin. And this one I use some other oils like walnut oil, jojoba oil, rose hip oil, lots of bunch of other oils. And the red comes from the red clay. All of them I use the essential oil to preserve them. They need to, after making modeling, they need 1 month to mature. And inside they will grow the natural glycerin, which is quite nourishing. Even this one I use it as laundry, but my mom would like to use it wash her body. So yeah, anyway, advice is natural, it's good for you. For the environment, I would say when you wash your clothes, this is very important to use the food laundry liquid or the laundry powder. Again, read ingredients as simple as possible. And you smell them. It's very hard to say actually. After 12 years to use the natural ingredients, I can just tell you straight away which is not natural, but you need long time to establish this. Yeah, and the veggies and fruit, when you buy them, try as far as you can to get the organic ones, because they don't use, it's not only about they not use the harsh chemicals to kill the microbials around, but also those organic ones they supposed to grow in a certain time. They don't speed up their growth time, so so it takes longer to mature and to be ready to eat. But this is all the natural provide us, um, and as far as they can grow in their own pace. and they are able to absorb more nutrients and minerals from the earth. That's what nourish our human body as well. So, but what I would like to talk is use the natural stuff to wash them. I got this brand, but if you don't have access to this fruit and veg wash, use the baking soda and apple cider vinegar. Just fill your sink with water and wait 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Choose the no aluminum ones, and the apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of them. Just mix them and throw your veggies and fruit in. Soak it for 10 minutes, and that's fine. Okay, here's what I would like to share, but I would like to share a little bit about the skincare stuff. As you all know, I'm aromatherapist, so I use a lot of essential oils and base oils, but I'm not going to overwhelm you about my 200 species of essential oil and 50 species of base oils. But basically, what you can do is use the good water and good oil. Let me tell you some secret. Any cream you use, they got the water phase and the oil phase. So how the creams form? They put the water phase and the oil phase together, and they emulsify them. That makes the cream. Sometimes it's a bit thinner, sometimes it's a bit thicker. Depends on the stuff they put in, the ratio they put in. But basically, it's about oil phase and water phase. Why I would like to use water and oil? Firstly, they are simple, they're just natural. The oils, I choose organic oil, cold pressed one, and the water I choose only hydrosol. I use only hydrosol. There's different species. What I use most is the rose hydrosol and the sandalwood hydrosol. What are they? They are just naturally occurring by distilled therapeutic part of the plant, and you heat them, and then they got vampire, and they go through the tubes, and you collect the oil phase, which is essential oil, a tiny bit, so the essential oil are expensive, and you collect the water phase. The water phase, if you don't add anything else, it's just the hydrosol, because they got because the pH are different, are varied, and depends on what plant they are. But basically, I rose hydrosol and the sandalwood hydrosol, and another one I use a lot is the tea tree hydrosol. The pH are mild acidic, so it's very close to our skin pH. So they are very easy to absorb, and it's really go deep into our skin, nourish our skin, hydrating our skin. And then you lock them with the oils. Why would I like to talk this? A lot of people got allergy reaction to a lot of the skincare products. But if you read the ingredients, the most of them, they are chemicals. So like those hydrosoils, not a lot of people will really got irritation by them, because they are all natural, and the pH level, mild pH level, is close to our skin, and it's mild anti-inflammation as well. So that's the good part of it. But the downside of it is, if you apply them, if you don't lock it properly, it will go away. So just remember, after applied hydrosol, use the good oil, good base oil, plant oil, to lock them in your skin. And the base oil, I would like to talk a little bit, because this I use the jojoba oil a lot, because this is the simplest one, and the structure, molecule structure of the jojoba oil is very close to our skin structure, so it's easy to absorb. And because of the wax and texture, it's not easy to expire. It's not easy to spoil, and also really there's not a lot of people will get reaction to the jojoba oil. Even their natural products, a lot of people will will react to the rose hip oil. Some people will react to the sesame oil. I don't know where this comes from, but jojoba oil basically they're the safest one. If you're just an average person, if you don't know how to use essential oil and other plant oils, just use jojoba oil. Don't add essential oil in. But if you like, I can share more about the essential oils and some other aromatherapy stuffs later. But this is the basic thing, base oil, jojoba oil. And for some people who got eczema or got some scars or got a lot of problems on their skin, what I would use is tamanu oil. Tamanu oil, they are greenish. They got the very earthy smell, but I love it. It's very grounding. So it's very therapeutic, very healing. So for people who got eczema or open wounds, I mean the small open wounds, you can use tamanu oil, which is really helpful on the healing process. Okay, this is all I would like to share today. We might get into that a little bit detail later. So have a good day. Thank you.